Hello, this is Sarah V, and today I am going to be tackling the hat for my witch costume. I am going to be using Simplicity 9982, and I think I might make the brim a little wider, but I'm not sure. And I did in fact change the color I was going to make it out of, because after seeing the felt that I had bought for the hat next to the actual costume, it just looked too light, like I thought it would be okay, but it didn't end up being okay. Ideally, I would have liked a darker brown, but they didn't have it at Joann whenever I went to buy the felt. I should have just gotten black. But I had this gray felt, string on it, and I am going to be making the hat out of that instead, because it doesn't look as jarring with it. I think that I am going to put some kind of sash out of the black satin maybe, and then maybe for the inside lining I'll use that orange taffeta again. And then I'm gonna do some decorating with these flowers, and I think that will be really cute. To begin the last part of my costume, I am just laying out the gray felt and cutting out the brim of the hat and the crown. I will be cutting out the outer fabric, the lining, and the interfacing. During this process, I added 1 inch along the circumference of the hat brim. Near the end of my video and I filmed my reveal, I chose to film it in portrait this time. Please let me know what you think about that, and if I should continue doing that. That would be most helpful. I actually quite enjoyed making this hat along with my little pumpkin beret, and maybe I should make more hats. If you would like to see more hats, let me know that too. Even though if I make more hats, that'll just be another collection I can start to take up space, but that's the consequences. After cutting out the inside of the hat brim, I am adhering the interfacing to the felt. Now everything is prepped, I can sew the seam for the hat crown, followed by sewing the lining to the brim and sewing the lining for the hat crown. Many rotations and trimmings later, I can clip the whole way around the brim. Turn it out and give everything a good press before moving on. I will now be marking the front, back, and both sides by folding the brim and crown in halves, clipping the fold, and folding and clipping again in the other direction. This will just give me a guide of where I am supposed to match the top of the hat and the bottom of the hat together. The brim of the hat is clipped within the seam allowance to enable the crown to fit better whilst pinning them together. After pinning it, it can be sewn up. Once I tacked the points and the crown together, I can pin the lining into the hat and hand stitch it up. I did initially record that, but you couldn't see it because it ended up off camera, so sorry about that. I just quickly stitched both of the points together so it would stay in the hat and wouldn't just fall down. Moving on to the decorations, I started by measuring around the base of the hat. After this, I ripped a piece of the black satin in a strip and sewed it into a tube. After turning and pressing the tube, I twisted it around the base in intervals to fit around it better. And also because I thought it was cute, of course. After this, I made a bow in the back and tacked everything down along with the folds that I had made to shape the back of the hat so it kind of curved backwards instead of stood up completely straight. After deciding how I wanted the flowers, I sewed it in the best of my ability. They had wire on the inside, and I kind of made a loop to kind of keep it in a little better because I couldn't sew through them. So hopefully that keeps them in well enough that they won't fall out if I wear it out. Overall, I think this turned out really cute and I'm really excited to wear it tonight. It's Halloween. I have my little hat decorated and I'm all ready to go. A couple of the problems that I ran into while making this were with the dress. Since I decided to make the top with the collar, I realized partway through that I could not put the zipper in the center back because of the collar. So I had to put it in the side, so I had to kind of modify the peplum so I could have it look continuous the whole way around. Also wish I was able to do the hem facing or to have it just a wee bit longer, but that is very minor. I wish this was a little stiffer, but I was just using some interfacing that I have that I don't particularly like for clothing because it's thicker than what I normally use, and it's also non-woven, which I prefer to use woven interfacing. But yeah, I think it turned out really cute. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you would like to see more fall sewing content, please subscribe. If you would like to see what I'm up to day to day, feel free to follow me at Sarah V Sews Vintage. Thank you again for watching, and happy Halloween!